You have graciously decided to join us once again at JJ Sessions, Jimmy Jam Sessions, as we continue our lovable series of my top 5 jerseys of each NHL team. And we have gone through a little bit of that first little beginning of our wonderful series. And now we take that nice little drive to Canada, and we finally get a chance to go and see those boys with the Flames, the Calgary Flames. Now, funny as you mentioned, I have a Calgary Flame hat. It's in the car truck. So, um, I had to go and get them. I had to go get the old Atlanta Flame throwback. So deal with it. With that being said, as always, if you continue to like this wonderful journey that we're doing, there's a thing called a subscribe button. Hit that if you want to enjoy it and just watch this entire series, because we are going the entire distance of all 32 NHL teams and doing a couple little stops every now and then with some of the teams that are no longer with us, like Arizona, and did recently do the Atlanta Thrashers. Check that out. That was a short video. So let's just get right to the nick of things. I'm not going to turn my thing here because I've been doing my homework. And for all the people who enjoy the NHL, which we still love, but we don't really love the commissioner, we never really have, I show this thing called the NHL Uniform Database, and it shows all the time frames that you can look at, and it has a little bit of a small history on the right, and all the time frames of what they wore, and even the special stuff like the anniversary, heritage, and reverse retros, all the time frames that they did of what jersey sets they did. It is a fun tool to look at if you want to be educated. Now, everybody knows the history, most of the history with the Calgary Flames. They play in the Saddle Dome, which, by the way, they are getting a new arena in a handful of years. So because the Saddle Dome is one of the oldest buildings in the entire NHL, it needed redone. It needs updated. It's been there since the Olympics. So, finally, Calgary is going to have a new home down the road, probably like 2027. Same deal with Edmonton. Edmonton needed a new building. Vancouver got a new building. Winnipeg got a new building. And Quebec's got a new building, but they don't have the Nordiques back. Barry Bettman, what are you waiting for? So, with the Calgary Flames, one Stanley Cup. They beat Montreal in 1989, and they've had 2 other appearances as well. Most recently was, in fact, the one they lost to the Lightning. So I think it was 03. Message me if I'm wrong, but that was they went to games. I think they went to 7 games in that series. But my favorite jerseys with the Calgary Flames is the simple red, yellow, and white. It's as simple as it got. This is what they wore with the old Atlanta Flames before they moved to Calgary. And I'll give you a couple of my honorable mentions. And simple enough, this is the Heritage Classic that they wore. And I believe they did. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. This is the barber pole stripes and all that. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head if they played. Did they play Winnipeg or Edmonton? I'm thinking they played Winnipeg. I could be wrong, but it was Heritage Classic. I think they played this in I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't remember if they played in Saskatchewan or not. Message me. I didn't look that far into the thing because I didn't want to make this a full on video. The barber pole stripes on it. It's old school. They wore with the beige pants. Simple enough. It's a good collector if you go through with it. I'm going to put another honorable mention, and that's the pedestal jersey. Now they had their nice little run with the white one and definitely the red one. That was a very unique design, but only one team could do it, and that was Calgary. They had the guts to do it, and it was inspiration for the reverse retro that came out. Which actually will lead me to that reverse retro. And I'll tell you what, there was a lot of people that liked it just because they made it black, because the previous ones were white and were red. But if you have to look really, really close, there's a lot of people that weren't crazy. See that little seam right underneath, right at the end of the pedestal design, and right underneath, there were some people, even jersey collectors, weren't really a fan of that, but it's still a reverse retro. Well, you know what? That's why I go back to this. Let's just go back and figure it out. Was it the first? Yeah, it was the second one, the 2023. So This one did really well. Blasty was the first one, but the pedestal will always be a unique jersey design, and no question about that. And it's a huge part of the Flames' history. Now I'm going to go to my top five. I'm going to fly through this really quick because there's not really a lot to wholeheartedly go through because they really did. They changed a handful of times, but nothing crazy. Now I was going to make this one a just an honorable mention because I just swapped pictures because it could have been either way. I was going to put the pedestal on five, but this was the Heritage Classic they played against Edmonton, and it was plain shoulders on there, and it was just a basic badge logo, circular logo. It didn't fly very well. Actually, both did not fly very well, Edmonton's and Calgary's, but it was a different design. It was different. This may have actually been kind of the least popular of all the Heritage Classic jerseys. I'll do a tier list on that down the road, but I was actually going to put this on an honorable list, but I moved the pedestal just because of that. I'm a dork. So let's just go with this at five because let's just let it be. That's number five. Now four, I'm going to put the Black Sea because this jersey, even the road jersey, Jerome McGinley days. These are the days I remember Jerome McGinley. And just, I mean, they went, I believe, if I'm not wrong, they went to a cup in this jersey. So, but the Black Sea, I had a Jerome McGinley jersey. I sold it, but he's now retired. I probably am kicking myself for it. But the laces on top, black on the wrists, on the sleeves. It's a clean jersey, but remember, there's Reebok always did a lot of design work on that. But the black Flame C always be a big part of the history. I will go to number three, and not necessarily it's not necessarily a huge major thing. Technically, it's the road jersey. They made the road jersey a Heritage Classic jersey, and if I have to look really close to it, boy, um, I have to look at this, right? I have to look and see exactly where. Yeah, this was Saskatchewan. Yeah, do you see that? 2019. This was Saskatchewan, but in a sense, the road jersey is a classic jersey. Striping is old school on the thing. Nothing major. They've used this for ages. So kudos to keeping what has worked. I mean, you could have gone and did everything crazy, but one thing they did not do is leave something that was working, and I'm going to go to that to number two, and that's Blasty. I mean, this is the reverse retro, and this was probably one of the most popular reverse retros is the Blasty. The original one had the red triangle on the bottom. They just made it black on black and also changed up a little bit. Had some little essence on the had some essence fire essence on the sleeves. Um, it's so sharp. I mean, this would be a jersey I would definitely consider still trying to find in Blasty. You can't go wrong. That's still an official third jersey. I have not heard anything if they're going to keep it as Fanatics goes along, but you'll find that out eventually. But number one is really, really easy. And it's not even as I say it a lot, it's not an argument. That guy, clean. It is ancient. It is probably a top five jersey. It's like almost Buffalo's, but the striping, there is nothing you can change about this. You could go back and do all the funky things that you'd have as we went from the 90s to the 2000s, the 10s. Go with what worked. The original Flame jersey, all red. You don't need a patch on it. The striping is old school. This got you to that jersey got you to the dance. And this is the jersey that I believe. I'm glad I got that jersey. I'm still going to try to see if I can get the road one, but we'll see down the road. There's my top five, a couple little hints every now and then to get you guys, to enjoy a little bit of entertainment. You get to the end of this video. I appreciate you. Thumbs up, chuck a like, and throw a comment in. Which did you like about the Calgary Flames? They are getting a new building, so we're going to see the Flames down the road. In the meantime, let's get back to the U.S. and close this bar. You made it to the end, and I will see each and every one of you bloody legends in the next one. No, this is the Atlanta Flames. That is the Flames I remember. Well, I have to do this for this part. I'll see you guys in the next one.